Johnny Wayne in your house, and I know I'm wasting. Okay, let's go. Let's talk about something that I want to see happen. It's not always easy, but I think it can be done. What repetition that is. Anyway, in life, I want to read this quote before I start. Okay? We cannot change the cards we are dealt, just how we play the hand. Now, by Randy. Now, what I'm saying is, in life, you've probably been dealt with a hand, a very bad hand. And sometimes life, like you may be in a situation that seem impossible to get out of, and it seem all hopeless. Sometimes you don't believe in things anymore. You cave in. You stop trying. You stop trying to do things that you wanted to do, or something. Now, when we go talk about how when you're younger, you absorb a lot of ideas that you were dealt with, ideas that could harm you in the future, because basically the knowledge that we have, or you have, and I have, are basically obsoleted, because information or knowledge are rapidly, I forgot the term, but anyway. But the knowledge that you have now are being obsoleted by more new current cutting edge knowledge, and that what you don't know can hurt you. You see, most people are in, sometime when they hear new information, since this title is about changing your mind, and if you change your mind, you change your life. But if you don't change your mind, you don't change your life. You're going to stay there, and you're going to use the same old rehashed information that you've been using up to now. Now, I'm not bashing on anyone. You and I have the potential to become something. Now, when you were little, when I was little, or when you were little, you probably was criticized, you were called a loser. But you're not a loser. And you feel like today, or your current situation, that you have not achieved the thing that you want, or achieved someone's expectation of what they wanted for you. And you feel hurt, you feel depressed, you feel that you're not good enough in this life. But I'm here to tell you that you are good enough. That you're here for a reason. And you're here to stand up for yourself. It's time to change the way you view about yourself. Because you're beating yourself up, it's not going to help. And I know I'm talking to people that it's hard to penetrate their mind. But I used to be the one who think about a lot of things. I used to believe in a lot of things that many people believe, but I changed my way of thinking. It's not easy. It takes time. And it takes a lot of repetition. It takes a lot of persistence in changing your mind. You have to renew your mind every single day, because you are bombarded with information that is crazy and sometimes depressing and hurtful and harmful to your future, to your present state of mind. And we live in a world that's very stressful now, more than ever. And we must renew our mind to the point to see that we are worthy of living. We are worthy of being here. I'm telling you, you're not a loser. You may think that you don't deserve success, or you don't believe that you deserve what you want. But I'm here to tell you, you do deserve a lot of things going for you. And it's not always maybe your circumstances, current circumstances, doesn't seem that way. But it doesn't have to be that way. Most people say that they can't get out of the situation. You can. Your mind is a very amazing tool. if you know how to use it correctly. Your mind is like a sword. It's a double-edged sword. It can save your life or it can destroy you. But that's up to you to use your mind the way it meant to be used. If you know how to harness its power, you see, sometimes when we get stuck on an idea, we think that's true. But that idea could actually harm you and I. That idea that's not obsolete doesn't work now, or the modern era that we live in, a social dynamic way of life. There's a social aspect. You know why? Because right now, what I held in my hand is a tool. You see, when I observe people, I see things. It's amazing. People are on their phone right now. And I'm here to tell you, you should use social media, but not let it control you. Now, here's the thing. We're so connected to the world. We can talk to people over in India or Germany or across the world, Japan, whatever. But I feel like, because social media can use as a massive, it's not, I wouldn't say massive, but here's the thing. It could harm you sometime. Things that going into you, it's when things coming into you in your mind, you're gonna become the information. You're gonna become it. You're gonna act on it. You're gonna say it. You're gonna believe it. Now, which information are you letting yourself see? Now, when we talk about potential, you may not believe that you have potential to become great or to do something more with your life. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have to be this great, but I believe, I don't know about you, but I believe that for me, I wanted to be a hero in my mind, always. So I guess when I put out information or content, I guess this is my message to the world at large. I'm spreading a good message, but I wanted you to know that the thing that you want can happen, and the circumstances that you are now at can change. Your mind can change. Your view of life can change, because once you change the mind, you change the aspect of your mind. Therefore, you're going to change the way you view life. You're going to change the way you view people in the world. And ultimately, it's going to change how you act. And it's going to change how you take action toward whatever that may be. It starts with your mind. But it also starts first with your heart. Because we don't listen to our hearts sometimes. We ignore it. In the modern era, we use our intellect instead of our hearts. So you see, the dynamic is this. Is you got to use your heart and your mind. It combined. Because we let outside influences control how we view, how it influence our actions towards ourselves, towards the goal that we want, and towards people. And that's not okay. I believe that we live here. We're on this blue rock planet, for a reason. And you're not here just to waste away your life like that. You're here because you're meant for more. You're here to live a life of your own. You're here to live a life of your choosing. But sometimes the thing that you want is what someone else doesn't want for you. I know it's not always easy, because people will say, you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this. But what if you do the thing that you want? The thing that you love to do. And you provide value through the video that you created, or you created, or a medium to share your message with. Something that you are good at. Something that you can't stop thinking about or talk about to your friends or family. Something that make you go out of bed and jump out of bed and say, yeah man, this is what life is about. But if you're those who don't see life worth living, then I'll tell you this. Life is worth living. If you can see that there are potential ways to live life to the fullest. You know, they say YOLO. But here's my message though. In order to live the life that you want, what do you want? Because as Oprah Winfrey says, in order to change your mind, I have to touch your heart. How can I touch your heart? By only asking of you, what do you want in life? What do you want for yourself? Now, I'm not talking about your family. You come first. It's not being selfish. You come first, and everybody come out later. Because when you're full of this greatness within you, then you can share it with the world. Share your knowledge, your passion. Share what you like to do. Me? I like talking. Though, I do like talking, and I like to talk, and I like to have fun. You know. No, I'm not that type of person. But anyway, my message to you is you have great potential. Begin to use it now, and don't waste life. People like say life is special. It's precious. You don't know what's gonna happen. Choose. See, there are many different paths that you can go through, and depend on what path you go through. There's a path where you lead a path of sadness, regret. And a path where you're living okay but to someone's expectation and you're not happy, fulfilled. And there's a path where you're so fulfilled, you're so happy that you can say it with your eyes, I can hear it in your voice. It's so enthused and you're burned with passion and you go, yeah, that's my life, and go, ah! My message to you today is go hard on your passion dream. And if you don't have it right now, find what you're passionate about. Find what you talk about all day long and do it. Okay, subscribe to my channel. I will be talking about personal development and book reviews, and hear me out. Like this video because it's awesome. But anyway, I'll see you on the next video. See ya.